Hey guys, this is Coach Lamar today. I'm coming to you talking about the skeletal system today. Okay, so we're going to talk about the bones in the body and everything that's in the skeletal system. So the three things that compromise the skeletal system is the bones, okay, the joints, okay, and the cartilage. Okay, so bones, just like our arm right here, we got our elbow bone. Okay, we've got our skull bone up here, real hard all the way around. Okay, we've got our collarbone right here, or our clavicle. Okay, so just all of our bones here. Okay, so before we go into it, real quick, I'm gonna ask a question, and let's just think about it. Take about 10 seconds. Okay, um, so let's think about an adult. Okay, so like me, Coach Lamar, other coaches in our schools. Okay, our parents, maybe our grandparents. Okay, different adults we have around us. Okay, and let's think about that for a second. Let's think how many bones does an adult have? Okay, so how many bones do I have, or different coaches around us have, or our parents have? Let's take about 10 seconds, real quick. Let's think how many bones does an adult have? Okay, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'll give you about 5 more seconds. Okay, 5 more seconds. Okay, 206. 206 bones. Okay, so all adults have 206 bones. And here's what's pretty neat about the skeletal system. Okay, and here's what's different about it is when we're born, um, and we're infants, I believe, up until we're about a year old. Uh, we could have been born with 300 bones, or we're born around 300 bones right there. And the reason for that, it's not like we have bones falling off of us, as we're growing up, um, or just bones that are finding different places to live, or they may go different places for different people. So it's all the same. Everybody that's born, we're all going to have about 300 bones to start out with, and that's because bigger bones, say maybe like your ulna or radius right here, the two bones that are in your arm, or maybe even your femur, which is your thigh bone. Okay, that's your biggest bone in your body is your femur. So definitely the femur. What would have happened is you could have possibly had, instead of the femur being one bone when you were first born, you could have probably had three or four, maybe even five bones in your leg that all, as you got older, morphed into one big bone to be your femur. So that's why when we're born, we have a little bit more bones than what we're going to have when we're an adult because our bones fuse together. And that's why it's also really easy for infants to break bones. Okay, if they're running around, jumping around, being crazy, just letting some energy out. Accidents can happen. Okay, and babies' bones they snap a lot easier than our adult bones because they're so tiny. Okay, so that's the reason why we have so many bones as we're a child. Okay, and when we're born is because we're a lot smaller. Okay, but as we get bigger, our bones morph together, and we'll have less, stronger, bigger bones. Okay, joints is basically something between two bones that helps movement. So our locomotor movement, or how we move our body, actually comes from from the muscular system. Okay, so our muscles is what moves everything. Okay, but our joint is how we move it. Okay, so let's look at this right here. So up here we've got two different, well, three different sets of bones here. Okay, that we're looking at. Up here, from my elbow and up, is called my humerus. So your bone right here in your arm is called your humerus. Okay, and then of course we've got our elbow here. But then let's look at my forearm right here. Okay, we've got my radius and my ulna. Okay, radius and ulna. So right here at my